What's up? Happy Monday, babies. A rare Monday afternoon stream. Get my day started with the drink of the day. What up, brother? Hi, my name is Earl. Yo, what do you think about the Ku Klux Klan? Well, you guys are getting into the racist stuff early, but to be honest with you, I don't really think about them. Anna, hello. You don't have to say hello 7 times. Coke and brandy. I didn't like Archie Bunker's place. All in the Family was just too good, man. What up, mommy? Sad day in LA Kings land as they got rid of Andreas England, who is now a Nashville Predator. Do you believe you in white America? There's a couple things I could assume about your ethnicity with the way that sentence is written, but I believe in America, baby. Hi, you look. I would love to see what you look like, brother. And I guarantee you I have a better body than you do. What up from India? But hit the like and subscribe button. Nay, slay. If you're going to come in here and insult me, at least you could be as a subscriber. My day is just starting, to be honest with you. So I hope your day is going well. And I love interacting with the fans. I love it. There's nothing you guys can say that's going to put me in a bad mood. I am a voiceover actor. Thank you very much. Waiver, $2. Hey, Earl, you have my support. Stick him it to Kevin. No, I'm not trying to stick it to Kevin. I was just, I believe MLC just started. I'm not going to do terribly long right now, but nay, yay, slay. I don't care if you think I'm attractive or not. It's the internet. I've been trolled by the best. Thank you, nay, yay, slay. Now you can say anything you want about me. I realize it's the internet. That's cool. In regards to trolls, I used to date this beautiful girl, and she's quite proficient on TikTok. And that's my dog. And of course, people would say she's ugly, she's fat, she's this, she's that, she's got a gap in her teeth, blah, blah, blah. And this girl, as much as I don't like her now, she was perfection. And I would tell her, don't respond to the trolls. You just give them what they want. And she would. I talk to the trolls. I am a subscriber. Well, thank you. Listen, subscriptions make the world go round in the streaming world. There's many ways to help a streamer other than give them money. Obviously, everyone likes money. It doesn't suck to get money, but I'm trying to grow my channel, and I'm honest about it. I'm doing this so when I get enough subscribers and whatnot, people go, hey, let's go see this guy do comedy. So, I mean, I've doubled my number of subscribers in 1 year. I think this year, around this time, I had about 1,400 subscribers, and I now just hit the 3,000 mark. It's not like Mr. Beast or anything, but it's a pretty good run. Thank you very much. If you had to pick one, would you rather live in Pakistan or India? Um, a ketchup. I'm a ketchup guy. AC/DC is always welcome back in the chats. No, she was from the South, from Alabama. So, what up, Sudbury in the house? If you had to pick one, India or Pakistan? That's a tough one because I don't really know a lot about either city. Um, you can say anything you want online as long as you're a subscriber. Near Huntsville, in I don't know if it's considered a small town, but it's called Decatur, Alabama. But um, she is quite proficient on TikTok, and just gets hammered for her looks, and she's beautiful. So, and we don't even get along anymore. So, um, I'm still saying she's beautiful, but I love it when trolls come in here. You're not funny. You're old. You're ugly, or whatever. It's like, be original, man. Come up with something that's hasn't been said 1,000 times before. I'm a dog man. I'm a dog man. Yeah, I mean, it's not like Mayberry RFD small, but they have like a lot of major stores and a mall. I didn't block ACDC from the chats. He's like been one of my number one supporters, so I'll have to talk to a moderator because I don't know how I would go about unblocking him. I didn't block him. Might have been one of the mods. I love ACDC. Um, he's one of the ones who were here when I had 1,200 subscribers. So I definitely would not do that. There's a lot of funny shit that goes on in YouTube in terms of these streams. Like I still don't know why some um, questions or whatever are held for review, and then others um, aren't, that are as bad as what was held for review. What up, COD? We're just doing a nice friendly stream. I know MLC just went live, so I'm just, I wanted to go live. My adrenaline's up. I'm not trying to steal anyone's listeners or whatever. I don't think Kevin would mind. There's 27 people in here. Um, save some girls for the rest of us. I mean, I'm single right now, but I'm not doing terribly well with the ladies at the moment. But I'm not trying. I've been laid enough in my life, my 56 years on Earth, that getting laid is, not a priority for me. Kev don't like the waiver. Well, I don't get involved in other people's feuds. I'm not going to Bangkok. I love it in America. Um, so New Haven, home of the New Haven Nighthawks, the old Los Angeles Kings farm team. So get a lot of trolls in here right now. It's fine. I let you guys say what you want. I don't block anyone. I mean, I would prefer you don't cuss in here. The only thing I really don't tolerate is the racist stuff. There's just no need for it. Do I cuss in YouTube? I do every now and then. I speak to you guys how I speak to my friends in real life. So I do cuss. What up, Rick Jones? I have a lot of trolls, but I don't really give them what they want. So they usually, after one or two uh, streams, leave and don't come back. Earl, could you tell us some tales of the scum punch? I don't think that would be of interest to the most of the people in the stream. I will tour when I get bigger, in terms of, I'm not a draw right now, so I'm not going to play some shitty B, C room. Comedy clubs are in certain categories. An A room is like the Comedy Store, the Stand in New York, um, most improvs, and I'm just not a big enough name to headline. Draw means you can draw people. Comedy club, here's the sad thing about comedy right now. They really don't care if you're funny or not. Of course, they want you to be, but they care that you can get enough people in their room for the two drink minimum. And I don't know who your girlfriend is, bro. So, if you have a popular podcast or a popular YouTube channel, you will get booked over someone who's actually funny, but they have no social media. And I kind of fall in between, like on Instagram and Twitter, I have 12,000 followers. Not a small amount, but certainly not an amount where a comedy club owner is going to go, oh my God, we got to get this guy in. Insecure troll, new low. I mean, yeah, most trolls are insecure, to be honest with you. Um, so, hello. Most trolls are just jealous that someone like me is doing what they want to do, and I'm happy doing it. I mean, do I wish there was many more people in here? Sure, but that's fine. Selling tickets is the game, 100%. 100%. Like, if you could sell tickets, you can be accused of O.J. Simpson could play comedy clubs in America because people would come see it. They'd either come see to heckle him or come see him because they like him. Comedy club don't give a shit either way. Um, so, that's just the brutal reality. I like a girl. What pickup line should I use? Well, yes, OJ would not. Trust me, OJ Simpson's. If you put OJ Simpson's corpse on a stage, people will come to watch it, and they get your two drink minimum. So, well, acting is, you got to come out to LA and you got to hit the auditions. You got to do grunt work like being an extra and um, whatnot. So it's you got to get in the game to be in the game. It's just like I do a lot of voiceover work. Now I got a little lucky because Tyler, the creator, saw me at the Comedy Store, and I lucked into voiceover work, but it was because of all my hard work in comedy that I created luck to get into the voiceover world. Yeah, Charles, are you from Alabama? Is that why you were asking me questions about Alabama? Or um, uh, I've been on Tyler the Creator's cartoon for 3 seasons, and he produces every episode. So yes, I have met Tyler, and he's very cool. Oh, okay. I've been to when I was opening up for Rob Schneider. I did the Bossier Shreveport Funny Bone. I loved Alabama. Of course, the relationship didn't work out, but that's another stream. Huntsville, I became obsessed with Huntsville. It's like the smartest city in the world because all the scientists from NASA live there. And there was like mansions for sale for like $500,000. Like the house that's next to my ex's parents was like $500,000. And in LA, that don't get you a condo. But in Decatur, I mean, this house was gorgeous, man. Um, but then I would have to live there, which wouldn't be that bad. But you can't be making it as a stand-up comic and live in Decatur. But it's probably my coolest celebrity sighting ever, where I was the celebrity. I was in the Planet Fitness in Decatur in the bathroom, and I come out of the stall, and this guy goes, "You're Earl Skakel, right?" I'm like, "Huh?" Yeah. He's like, "You're that guy from Roast Battle." So that was kind of cool. I know Eddie Pepitone. Eddie Pepitone and I always have a nice time when we see each other. Um, oh, come on, Pablo. You can do better than that. See, this is what I mean. If you knew who my ex was, she was beautiful. Hardly a man. 550K gets you a mansion in Decatur, Alabama. Eddie Pepitone is awesome. I'm going to take yoga in about 2 hours. So thank you guys for joining me in my quest to be the new Mr. Beast. Um, it's Decatur, not Decatur. Oh, come on now, Pablo. By you doing two gay jokes in a row, that means that you're probably in the closet. I mean, you're so far back in the closet, I have to donate you to Goodwill. Um, well, Gerbil in West Hollywood. Well, I don't even know how to respond to that. Well, that's all right, Rick Jones. You know, if you're in this stream, so life is doing good. Uh, oh, thank you, George. I would have loved to have been the to do a podcast with Bischoff because you know he's like the guy with the behind the scenes info, and I'm just a fucking fan. Oh, message held. You too, Todd. Message held for review. This should be fun. Uh, I could show that one. That's not too bad. It's not often you get a troll trolling themselves. I would have loved to have been Conrad. Um, I sent money to your PayPal. You don't even know my address, bro. Don't be lying to me, Pablo. Um, so, yeah, that would be awesome. Plus, it's a great way to build a following. I mean, if you get on a podcast, like Conrad could play comedy clubs all over the world um, because he's popular. He's built up a name. I met Conrad when I did the roast of Ric Flair, which I believe Conrad was kind of in charge of. And I got to write jokes for Eric Bischoff and Knobs, Brian Knobs of the Nasty Boys. But if you want to just randomly send me money, my PayPal is eskakel at AOL. You're right, I should do voice acting. Here's a little sample. This is for you, freaky hooligan. I normally don't do free impressions, but since you're cool, I'll do this. EA Sports, it's in the game. I love old school wrestling. I don't like the shit that today is, you know, the John Cena yo stuff. Nah, I'm good. I do like guys like Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay, but because I think old school wrestling is good because there was no internet in the mid '80s, so you really fucking thought it was real. You couldn't today. I do this joke a lot, but like back when I was a kid, you really thought Kamala was from Uganda. Whereas now you can just look up Kamala, Ugandan giant, and go, oh, his real name's Jim, and he's from Tupelo, Mississippi. So, don't you work, brother? I do work, brother. Yeah, the Hogan. I like before the Hogan. Yeah, he wasn't. Hello, Pablo. That's like 4 gay jokes in a row now. I mean, come out of the closet, bro. If anyone who's protesting about gay this much is gay. Just come out, baby doll. This is a safe stream for the LGBTQ community. I'm in too good of a mood, Pablo. The mats weren't like trampolines back in the day. Yeah, I mean, the mats back then were fucking basically concrete. So much tougher. A lot of gay talk in here. Why are you interested, bitch? Superstar Billy Graham was like the original Hulk Hogan. You must be yeah. I love Jesse the Body Ventura. I identify as a meat popsicle. I'll read that. Okay, well, Pablo, you're finally coming out of the closet. See, this is the first step to the stopping the homophobic trolls. Yeah, that's so unfunny, Patron. I can't even put that. I mean, come on, man. Yeah, he was a good actor, given the roles he was getting. To be honest with you. Um, so get cooked, bro. You are incredibly unfunny. No, we don't do knock knock jokes in here, freaky hooligan. We're gonna do another 8 minutes. You guys are killing me right now with how unfunny you guys are. So we're just gonna do a half-hour stream. Then I want you all to go over to MLC and have a good time. Yeah. No, I mean I've tried to. I mean I did the Comedy Store Wrestling podcast with my friend Eddie, and that was fun. We got to interview a lot of very funny people who I became friends with, like the great RJ City. I would love to do a podcast with RJ City. There's just people you have a chemistry with. And from the second we hit record that day, I was like, I get along with this guy. And I would love to do a wrestling podcast where I could be the bad guy. I'm just the fan with the opinions, and then you have a straight man, like a Chris Van Leet, or I mean, he doesn't need me, but like you have, um, maybe the facts guy, and then I'm the humor guy. I mean, pro wrestling is very popular. I mean, it's a saturated field, wrestling podcast, but I think that given the right pairing, we could have a really good run. The key is the guest. The more, Chris Van Leet's podcast is huge because he gets amazing guests. He gets like The Undertaker and all these famous people. So you've got to, God, you guys are so unfunny today. Like, my God. Go to MLC now, actually. I'm going to do another 5 minutes. Go to MLC now. You guys are horrible today. Um, yeah, I don't think I would get along with Glickman that well. I mean, I know him, we're friends, but like he's always on, and I'm not, which is part of my character. I can be normal every now and then. Glickman likes to be on all the time, always doing shtick, and I don't deal well with that. Like if I could pick someone to do a wrestling podcast with, maybe like Freddie Prinze Jr., because he's a fan. Bischoff would be good. But Bischoff, he already has Conrad, so I would love to do that. I like Dr. Chow and Little Mir. I like Dr. Chow. I don't really know Little Mir that well. I mean, the one time we did a podcast together, he was interrupting me a lot, and it's like, bro, like he didn't really get the respect that you should give. You guys asked me to do your podcast, and yet you're interrupting me almost at will. But he was really drunk, so I'll give him that. Um, I mean, I like Maven's. Like me and Maven would be good together because he could be the guy with the inside info, and I could be the guy almost setting him up to tell a story. Uh, so Okay, Letty. Well, I don't really care if you're a fan or not, to be brutally honest with you. If you don't think I can do a stream for 22 people in here instead of 23, then I don't know what to tell you. Um, and one dislike ain't going to stop me, baby doll. Um, why are your eyes purple like you wear glasses and have purple eyes? Pick a struggle, dude. Well, you know what? Let me see if this helps. How's that work? Now you're going to say there's half my face is shadowed. So you know what? F off. When did Earl? I've never had a drink, if you can believe that. The struggle is dealing with you people in the stream. That's the struggle I'm picking right now. You charlatans. Yeah, I'm straight edge, baby. Never had a drink, never had a drug, never had a cigarette. But unfortunately for me, I've had a lot of trolls. A lot of trolls. Another gay joke. Pablo, just come out, baby. It's all right. Yeah, this chat is horrible today. Just constant gay jokes from guys who are sitting home alone at their computer, probably on Grinder, on their phone, and typing on the iMac. Well, you guys can't afford an iMac. Who am I kidding? Uh, no, I don't work with Mario Bosco. Isn't he the gay comic from New York? I think I know of him from MLC. Hello, Michael Sanders in the house. A longtime fan. Uh, so I don't even know what to say to that. Uh, Alan, alien invasion is coming. Hope you're ready. Fuck yeah, I'm ready. Um, I'm very lucky to, although I'm straight edge, been to some of the wackiest parties on earth. I've been to the Playboy Mansion twice. I've been to the most insane house parties you can imagine. The things I saw and did. But so I don't mind being straight edge. I've lived in Hollywood my whole life. I've gotten to see things that you guys will only read about in books. Um, Keith Morris, I don't know who that is, but I probably did and just never knew it. But the great thing about not doing drugs or drinking is that I remember everything. So every house party I went to, I remember. Um, yeah, I wouldn't pop anything at a house party. You don't know what you're getting these days. I mean, with all the bad stuff that is in, the likelihood of you just doing Molly that's not laced with anything or Coke that's not laced with anything is very low. I have a tremendous amount of balls. So I don't need liquid courage. The fact that I can do stand up, like I was on stage at the Comedy Store Saturday night in front of 300 strangers, wasn't nervous at all. I was excited, but I wasn't nervous. Like, oh my God. So I don't need Coke or any stimulants. I mean, I need caffeine, I guess, but straight edge isn't as boring as you think. It's what you make of it. Um, 100%. I think I'm out of the P Diddy price range. Epstein liked him young. I'm surprised comics haven't been taken down yet. Some successful comics were at Epstein's Island and P Diddy's house. I've been to wacky parties before. I've seen fellow stand-up comedians there. So, but most comics just aren't big enough to take down. Like nobody cares if unless it's like Dave Chappelle level. Nobody cares if some marginally famous comic was at a Diddy house taking it in the butt from Jay-Z. So, Pablo, if you are so, if you don't think I'm your cup of tea, why are you still in here? I mean, you've been in here for 31 minutes. Like, to me, this is what I don't understand about trolls. If I turn on the TV channel and there's a show on I don't like, I change the channel. I don't stick around for another 30 minutes. Um, I mean, listen, I've had the opportunity to sleep with underage girls. I've had the opportunity to do stuff like that, and I never have been tempted because no piece of ass is worth going to jail for. Um, so, yeah, he didn't look very good. Yeah, I mean, if you were, I mean, I'm trying to think of comics who would be big enough to take down, say, if they were caught at a Diddy party, Chappelle, Louis C.K., Rogan, obviously. Someone like Shane Gillis now. Um, it's and maybe Chris Rock, Eddie Murphy. I mean, it was a big deal when Eddie Murphy got uh, caught with that prostitute. If that's any other comic, nobody cares. But the fact it was Eddie Murphy, oh, it's a big deal. Um, I mean, yeah, Kevin Hart would be a big deal. I don't know if Andrew Schultz, if he was caught it. I mean, he's certainly a big comic and podcaster, but I think, in general, I don't know if mainstream America knows who he is. It's like, you look at when Hinchcliffe got involved in that Trump rally where he did all the jokes that didn't work. It was old news after a day or two because, in general, most Americans don't know who Tony is, so they didn't care. That's not a knock on Tony, but, but if you follow comedy, you know who Tony is. If you watch podcasts, you know who Tony is. But, like, I think the story didn't have a lot of sea legs because, most people, whether it be Trump fans or non-Trump fans, just didn't know who he was, so they didn't care about the story that much. Well, there's different levels of knownness in the comedy world. I mean, if you follow stand up, if you follow roast and podcast, you obviously know who Tony is. But if you don't know who he is. Well, it was just the wrong joke for the wrong venue. I mean, it was a political rally. It wasn't like a Kill Tony crowd because that same joke in the Kill Tony atmosphere kills. Like if he did that same set the next night on Monday at Kill Tony, he gets a standing ovation for every joke he did at that rally. Um, he was big enough for a P. Diddy party. Because they can, Ash. Hollywood, someone just asked, why is Hollywood filled with freaks? Um, because you can get away with it. I mean, P. Diddy was, in his mind, unprosecutable, you know. And, that's why a lot of these parties have cameras everywhere. So they have stuff on you. So nobody talks because, oh, you were seen fucking an underage girl too. So you go tell on me. I'll tell on you. You take me down. I take you down with me, brother. So I didn't call Jews freaks. Um, Nobody cares if you're back, Pablo. I hate to break it to you. Epstein, look at all the people he had over there and he was filming everything. So, the best way to avoid uh, those type of parties is to not go there. I just assume any party I'm at that's in the hills or when I went to the Playboy Mansion, I knew I was being filmed. You could just sense it. I remember uh, going to the bathroom in the game room of the Playboy Mansion, and you knew there was cameras in there. You just knew. So I ended up like making out with a few girls, but I wasn't doing anything illegal. That's for sure. Bryce Mitchell. I mean, I don't think too many people would say Hitler was a good dude. Um, but Hitler would draw at comedy clubs. I mean, he drew 6 million people in one room. So I mean, some comedy clubs, even with Jewish owners, would be like, "Get him in here. That's 12 million drinks." Um, so I used to watch UFC a lot more, but like I said the other night, we'll go another 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes, and then I'll go over to MLC and watch the recap of the Atlantic City Freak Show that was this week. Um, but ever since they took their pay-per-views off of DirecTV, what up from Maine? Ever do an arena, Earl? I have not. I mean, I've done some pretty big theaters with Rob Schneider, but I've never done a theater, to be honest with you. I'd like to one day. I mean, there's a theater a lot of comics play in Boston. I think it's called the Wilbur Theater. That's a bucket list goal to do that one day. Um, I don't know, Nasty Neil. I was not there. I was not going to fly to Atlantic City for free to hang out with a bunch of people from a YouTube stream. No, thank you. But, it seemed like a good time. Seemed like people were having fun, which I guess is ultimately the goal of these things. Um, so, I mean, I went to Hackamania last year. That was enough. I was really just curious to see what a room full of people from a YouTube stream. It was like a social experiment for me. I mean, I knew the stand-up portion of the show was going to be pretty brutal because they didn't want stand-up that night. They wanted roast jokes about the Dabbleverse and whatnot. But I will say I did have fun doing the Win Earl Skakel's Money segment. I mean, say what you want about Melton, but, I think we gave away $1,000 mainly to mostly local Vegas comics. How many other shows like Hackamania and the AC meetup and the DabbleCon and all that shit? How many do that? Not many. I've been to WrestleMania when Cody Rhodes lost to Roman Reigns at SoFi Stadium. I was sitting in the John Cena section because I was at the WrestleMania was 2 nights, Saturday and Sunday. I was at the Comedy Store Saturday night, and I had such a good set. And I knew there were a lot of WWE people in the crowd, not wrestlers necessarily, but executives and whatnot. So I did a lot of wrestling jokes, and people came backstage and was like, "Hey, do you want to go to WrestleMania tomorrow?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" So they're like, "How many tickets do you want?" I'm like, I'm the only person I know that likes wrestling, so I'll just take one, please." So he gives me like a VIP pass, and I didn't know where I was sitting, but he sat me in the John Cena section with all the special needs kids, and I'd become friendly with the kid next to me. I was like literally the only adult in the section, and this kid like, "Who do you want to win in the main event?" I'm like, "Whoever the writers have picked." And the kid looked at me like, "Huh?" Dude, lost all my money. Game didn't end like you. It actually did end like I predicted. I mean, I didn't get the score right, 35-27, but what was it, 44-20? I mean, I didn't predict a blowout. I'm 56, Anna. I do post a lot of my sets on YouTube. Now, at the Comedy Store, they don't like us posting anything longer than 5 minutes because they want you to come to the club to see the longer sets. So I post like one joke shorts, basically. And I think on Patreon, I can post my full sets because, you can't share Patreon videos. So I can put up a 45-minute set, which I'm going to start doing there. And oh, that's cool. Yeah, I was at WrestleMania 39, and I was also at the WrestleMania where Muhammad Hassan attacked Eugene. Yes, hit the like and subscribe button, pretty please. I don't ask you guys for much. Um, got a lot of gay stuff, bro. Yeah, I mean, just Pablo. I mean, Pablo's a gay name in the first place, so just come out, baby. Come to a comedy show and bring your boyfriend, man. I don't mind. Um, so, I mean, anyone who's like gay this and gay that, I mean, you haven't said one heterosexual thing in this stream. It's okay, baby. You probably jack off to the end of Philadelphia. Um, so, I mean, unbelievable. Sour milk in the house. What up, baby doll? Whew, you guys are testing me today, man. But that's okay. You do a YouTube stream, you take the good with the bad. And I know that all of you want to get to MLC, so we're going to end the stream now. Another message hell for review. I'm going to guess it's a gay-themed message. Yes, it is. Absolutely. Absolutely. Pablo, can you say something funny before we end the stream? This will be a 5-hour stream waiting for that. Yeah, see, I read the free chats. This ain't a grift for money. Waiver, you're the best. Okay, I mean, Steven, you're coming in hot with the political take at the end of the stream. But I voted for Trump in 2020. Yeah, but this stream is unlike most other streams. I'm not sniping other people's shows. I'm not roasting other streamers. This is a positive stream because I'm in general a happy guy in life. So that's why the trolls don't bother me. I don't know if I'll stream tonight. I mean, I want you guys. We'll go another 2 minutes, so I could say I did a 45-minute stream. I want you guys to want more. That's the problem today, I think, with a lot of streamers is that they constantly stream. So it's like, well, we can listen tomorrow. So I hope that I'm streaming just enough. Actually, I did vote for Kamala. You got me. Pablo, you have said something correct for once. I voted for this Kamala. The only Kamala I recognize. Here's the official Earl Skakel wrestling doll. Only one on Earth. I got that as a reward on the Ric Flair roast. Yes, from deepest, darkest Africa, which in reality was Tupelo, Mississippi. So, same difference. What the hell is the difference? Tupelo, Mississippi, or Uganda? I mean, come on, let's be real. There's really not much of a difference. So, for those of you asking, my set at the Comedy Store Saturday night went very well. Hey, we got one more minute, guys. Get in your last trolls, your last questions. Pablo, try and squeeze in one more gay line. And then once you're done, I hope you match with whoever you're talking to on Grindr. Yes, 100%. Roddy loved Kamala, so I knew I had carte blanche. I'll end the stream with this, a funny wrestling story. So they had Roddy's memorial at the Comedy Store, and Showgirls is a great movie. I can recite the Tony Moss lines like that. So they had the memorial at the Comedy Store, and Steve Simone was supposed to host it. It's up there with RoboCop. And he was so broken up about Roddy passing. He says to me about 5 minutes before the roast, "Hey, Earl, can you host it? I can't. I'm too sad." And you guys can tell whether you're a friend or foe of mine that my humor is probably not meant to host a memorial. But I did it as a favor to Steve because he really wanted to just be backstage and console with other people. So I've never seen the main room that packed before. I mean, it was filled with famous comics, famous wrestlers, actors. I mean, everyone loved Roddy Piper. Everyone. So I'm up there, and I thought, I'll just do a couple wrestling jokes. So I'm almost doing like a roast set. What up? No, this is Roddy Piper's memorial. Lawrence Sea Lions, what up, baby doll? So I'm doing some like lighthearted wrestling jokes. Like, hey, everyone, Hulk Hogan wanted to be here tonight, but he couldn't make it because of the distance. He's in the other room. And Kamala, the Ugandan giant, actually is going to be here tonight. He's right now rolling down Sunset. And dead silence to that one, except for DDP in the back. And he goes, "Oh my God." So it was a fun night, sad night. I got to meet former UFC heavyweight champion Josh, the babyface assassin Barnett. And just it's one of my favorite nights of the Comedy Store. Of course, they did a really touching memorial video of the highlights of Roddy. And I started crying when they showed a picture of me and Roddy with Lois, my dog Lois. So it was a great night, and I miss Roddy a lot. I still listen to the voicemail he left me. And then Brody's memorial was just as fun. Um, I mean, that was very crowded too. A-list people. Bradley Cooper was there. Galifianakis, Rob Riggle. I sat at a table with Rob Riggle, and he was crying. Rob was a Marine, so like it takes a lot to get him to cry. But the Comedy Store has had some magical moments, and unfortunately, memorials are part of those moments because there's a lot. It's funny that there's a lot of death in pro wrestling because of the abuses they do to their body and their brain, and there's a lot of death in comedy because the abuses mainly of that they do to their body with drinking and drugs and suicide. 2 more minutes. We'll do it. We'll go to 50. Since my favorite movie of all time is 52 Pickup, we'll go to 52 minutes. And then you guys all go over to Kevin Brennan MLC and tell him I sent you, babies. So, there's been some magical nights at the Comedy Store, but probably my two favorite were sadly memorials, Roddy's and Brody's. And, just, it's funny how the worlds of wrestling and comedy are so intertwined. I mean, comedy is really the same lifestyle as a pro wrestling, but, there's a lot more physical, like pro wrestlers have to work out too. The algorithm just recommended Christoph. I'm a stand-up comic in Los Angeles, California. I think it will be Justin Fields. I'm a voiceover actor. Welcome aboard. Hit the like and subscribe button. And, I stream, not quite every day, but I try and put out shorts of my comedy so you guys can get an idea of what I like. 8-bit, that might be the most unfunny thing said in this stream today. And that's saying something. Are you related to Pablo? I am a comedy soldier. All right, guys, we got 2 more minutes. And then I hope I get Alzheimer's and remember nothing about Pablo and 8-bit's questions. No, but I stiffed your mom's ass, and it smelled like shit. Hello! But she told me she loved me, so there you go. I mean, your mom's the only girl whose ass smelled cleaner than her pussy. See, there I go. You got me, 8-bit. Hello, I'm Tony Moss, and I produce this show. Some of you may have heard I'm a prick. I am a prick. I got one interest, and that's the show. I can't use you if you can't dance. I can't use you if you can't smile. I can't use you if you can't sell. Marty, line them up. Jesus, take a look at these tits, Marty. This is the stage, babe, not a pass. See ya. I've seen you before. I told you to get your nose fixed. Looks very nice. Very nice. But your ears are sticking out. Come back when you get them fixed. I bet you can't spell MGM backwards. Good. What kind of classes have you taken? The show's called Goddess. It ain't called Glasses. I hope you got some nice wigs, tennis ball. That's right off the dome. Line them up. Paula Abdul and my show. What got you into comedy? My friends. Thank you, Ryan. My friends who are all agents and managers. Should we do an hour? You know what? We're breaking all the rules today. We'll go to 1 hour. So hit the like and subscribe button. Line them up. I actually spoke to the girl who had the nose and big ears line. I said, hey, will you do my podcast? I'm into having really strange guests. And she said yes, and then she never got back to me. Joe Rogan as presidents, I have someone who was in the lineup at the Tony Moss scene. I actually saw Tony Moss. His real name was Alan Rasheen, I think. Rasheen. He was in LA Law. He was like an Emmy-nominated actor. Like, he was the real fucking deal. And I said, "Hey, I loved you in Showgirls." And he looked at me and goes, "All I've done, and that's what you remember me by?" I'm like, "Yeah." Will you come on my podcast to talk about it? He's like, I don't think so, dude. And then he went back to picking his cucumbers. Hello. When is the podcast coming back? I only do the podcast now when I can find a guest I actually want to talk to. I mean, I do wish I would have kept up with it, but to be honest with you, uh, I never really made a lot of money on the podcast. I never made any money on the podcast. So it just, I lost my motivation to do it, to be brutally honest. Um, LA is a great place to visit. You've got Hollywood, you've got the beach, you've got the valley. I mean, it's overwhelming, and you absolutely have to have a car to do all these things. You've got the comedy store, you've got music clubs. So, where are you from, Christoph? I'm going to assume Germany. That sounds like a German name. So, like the last episode I did was with Chris Nyland, legendary hockey enforcer. That was really fun. So outside of that, I don't know. Well, but it's a lot of work to try and get guests, and then they cancel. And like I've tried to get the hockey player Larry Melnick on, and it's not like 1,000 people are asking him to do a podcast. And like he's like, "Oh, I'm on vacation," and then 2 weeks later, "Hey, I got work," and it's just like, bro, I'm just want an hour of your time. I'm a fan. I'm going to do a good job with you. Um, so that's why. Oh, okay. Well, welcome to the stream, baby. I will probably never. Yeah, but the Hawk Tuah girl probably literally has nothing to do with the podcast other than going to the studio at 1 p.m. The guest is already there. She's probably got everyone doing everything for her. I don't. I mean, I would love to have a booker who said, "Hey, Earl, we got you this person. Show up on Sunset and Doheny at the studio." I would love to do that. You think Theo Vaughn's booking his guests? No, he has someone do it for him, and he shows up and does it. Um, so that there's when you get to her level, but she's also going to fade pretty fast. I mean, if you notice, she was hot for about a month, and then that's it. The ultimate definition of 15 minutes of fame. Um, and I'm not a big enough comic to have producers and a booker. I'm just saying, I kind of lost my spunk to do it when you're making absolutely no money. So, okay, let me know, Michael. I mean, at least with the stream, I make a few bucks. It's not anything amazing, but 5 more minutes, guys. 5 more minutes, and then we's done, baby. I've hit the goal of $2. So thank you very much, Waver, for your continued and ongoing support. So, I mean, there's only so much you can do with, Hawk 2. Now, by all accounts, I hear she's really nice and humble, and I think she got mixed up in some fucking crypto scam. So you are on the right path with YouTube. You know, PM, that's so unfunny. I can't even read it. Yeah, I mean, I doubled my channel in 1 year. I mean, not many people can say that. Now, I only have 3,000 subscribers, but last year around this time I had about 1,300. So, I'm struggling a little bit to crack the algorithm, but like today, I put out a short, I put out a video, and I did a live stream. So I'm just trying to, just hit YouTube over the head. Um, well, I mean, but I mean, she's, a kind of like got a Sydney Sweeney look to her. So, um, and I love Sydney Sweeney. I mean, that casting director who says Sydney Sweeney's ugly, like, get out of here. Um, so, Petroid, you got to be funny in my stream, or I'm going to block you. You got one more chance. You're 0 for 2, baby. We don't talk about World War II in here. We talk about, hockey and wrestling. I talk about stuff nobody's interested in. so doom doesn't clip me. Um, Everyone's got a story. Yeah, I mean, let's. You and I are connecting right now, Christoph. We're two people who, in regular life, would probably never meet. You're there, I'm here. So I do. You too, Petra. You have a. I'm sorry, man. My standards are high in this stream for trolls. Feel free to take one. I give everyone three chances. You've had two. But come back, hit the like and subscribe button, baby doll, on your way out. 2 more minutes, guys, and then the Earlverse stream is over. 100%. Now you're turning into Anthony Robbins. That's acceptable in here. You are a good dude, Earl. I have fun on your stream. Well, that's the whole idea, fun in here. We just fuck around. We talk. I can only do about an hour because unlike a lot of other streamers, I don't snipe other people's streams. I don't use other people's stuff for content. I just hit record and we go for an hour, baby doll. We talk about anything, Shanker. We talk about hockey, wrestling, politics. Well, your mom's in my basement. Does that count? But thank you, Tony Robbins. I see we get some. We've got some last-minute unfunny trolls coming in. Hit me with your best shots, guys. None of you are going to be funnier than me. Trust me on that one. But you've got 1 minute to prove it. All right, we got a message held for review. I'll bet, like I did predict the Super Bowl yesterday, I'll bet this is a homosexual-related message held for review. My mama, not a kid, you dumb. Well, I was wrong. I mean, your mom's probably wishing she had an abortion about now. Your mom's in my basement. Jewish tunnels. I don't. I mean, I thought you were leaving. I love these people who come in here and they get their lines in. It doesn't work. I'm leaving, and then 30 minutes later, they're still in the stream. You son of a bitch. By the way, I'll be at the Comedy Store this week. I get my schedule tomorrow. Come on in, guys. I give you the opportunity to troll in front of my face. And I never said I was leaving. Oh, my bad. All right, here we have another message held for review. Big tough guy, keyboard warrior. We got Denise in the house. Maybe the most unfunny person ever to be in this stream. You call me, Denise, I would love to see what you look like. Your face could make a train take a dirt road, bitch. All right, Earl, who's your NBA GOAT? A genuine question. Well, I don't know what to do with a genuine question in here that's not calling me gay or something. Michael Jordan, if you can't name Michael Jordan, I would say Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I mean, he was unstoppable. I mean, there was no one who could stop this guy. Unfunniest, that's impossible. That award goes to Amy Schumer. Well, Amy Schumer should start answering questions or asking questions in here. I mean, the level of unfunny in this stream today has been unbelievable. I'll take it out of your mom's panties after I'm done bending her over. Take that, Denise. All right, guys. Earl Skakel, I can't take it anymore. You guys are literally driving me to end the stream. My Mount Rushmore of LA athletes. Let me see. I'll go Kareem, Magic, Kobe, and Marcel Dion. Now, a lot of you are probably going, who the hell is Marcel Dion? Before Wayne Gretzky, he was the greatest hockey player in LA Kings history. Still holds several records. And I know you're thinking, well, Wayne Gretzky's got to be up there. I mean, it's tough to just pick four people. But I feel that Marcel Dion gets so unrecognized for his amazing accomplishments that I have to mention his name. There's Will Chamberlain. I mean, you could really just probably, but I didn't even say a baseball player. Shohei Ohtani's got to be in there. He's probably the greatest you wouldn't call it two-tool player in baseball history. I mean, he's the best pitcher in the league, and he's the best hitter. What up, Dave? With Jordan the Lion. I mean, yeah, there's Eric Dickerson. I mean, that is a tough question. I mean, you could name. Um, I mean, you can name Jonathan Quick, the LA Kings goalie who won 2 Stanley Cups. Like, would that be someone who most people would say? Probably not. But if you're a hockey guy, that's a huge accomplishment. Um, Barry Ribs does not make my Mount Rushmore. Barry Ribs makes my Mount Rushmore of comics with bad Wi-Fi. Hello. So if let me read now that I think about it, the Mount Rushmore of LA pro athletes. Definitely got to say Shohei Ohtani, um, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, and then the fourth. You could say Kobe, you could say Shaq, you could say LeBron, you could. Let me see. I mean, I don't know if well, I guess you wouldn't say any California Angels, but you could argue Mike Trout, but he's not really L.A. Um, you could throw in Dickerson. I mean, I don't know. No, I don't think Marty McSorley's in the mix for this conversation. So, oh, I'm sorry. Denise, we got off on the wrong foot. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm over caffeinated right now, and frankly, you hurt my feelings. So I'm honest. You hurt my feelings. Saying I look like Peter Griffin, and that hurts because it's true. All right, you guys. What do you think about Luka Doncic trade? I mean, I'm not a basketball guy. I don't really, to be honest with you, understand how this makes the Lakers better because they had to give up Anthony Davis. So it's kind of a wash. I realize he's a lot younger than Anthony Davis, so long term, it's a good trade. Um, but he's I don't know if he's the right fit for LeBron. Uh, and then I see they just rescinded the trade with the center they just picked up because they don't have. Well, I appreciate that, Denise. See, we can end the stream as a friends. We don't have to be enemies. Um, it's all right, Denise. I'm just fucking around in here. I mean, the odds are you and I will never meet, but you are welcome at my comedy shows anytime. If I'm ever in your city, I don't know where you live. I'm not trying to dox you. So, I mean, yeah, I could see that. I mean, the problem is, okay, don't worry about it. Well, the offer still stands. I mean, I might do comedy one day in the UK. I might, by the way, I think I'm going to see the final Black Sabbath show, not because I'm an Ozzy Osbourne fan. I'm really not. But I hear that my favorite guitar player, Jake E. Lee, has been invited to perform. And I would love to see Jake E. Lee with Ozzy. Jake E. Lee and Ozzy, they had a bad breakup. I certainly know about that. And, Jakey Lee basically rescued Ozzy's solo career after Randy Rhoads died. He essentially wrote Bark at the Moon and the Ultimate Sin albums and then was cut out of the publishing. So he's like, fuck you guys. Um, so I can't believe they agreed to play together again. But yeah, have a nice day, Denise. It's all love. Most trolls just, I'm not calling you a troll necessarily, but, most trolls just want to be acknowledged and fuck around. It's fine. I'm in a really good mood today, so it's all good. Have you ever seen Magic play live? I did. My dad's company had season tickets, what they called at the old forum, Senate seats. So uh, we got tickets to everything. Now, of course, the hockey tickets, I literally went to every game for 10 straight years because no one wanted the hockey tickets. This is prime Lakers Showtime era, so I didn't get to go to a ton of games. But just to show you how good my seats were, we literally sat right in front of Jerry West, who my dad was golfing buddies with. That's cool. Sad about KK Downey with the Parkinson's, but one of the great 80s guitar players of all time. My name has been Earl Skakel. Happy Monday, February 10th, everyone. And hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you, Waver, for the $2. I appreciate it. It was pretty unbelievable. I saw Black Sabbath when Rob Halford sang for them in Irvine. I think Dio wasn't there or something. Someone got sick, and Ozzy was doing his solo show. So Black Sabbath was opening for Ozzy, and I don't think Ozzy was in shape to sing for 4 straight hours. So they got Rob Halford to sing for Sabbath. It's pretty dope. So I did not see the Mob Rules tour, but I'm not really a huge Sabbath guy. They were a little too dark and gloomy for me. Yeah, I've seen Kobe play live. I've seen Shaq play live. I mean, I've seen them all, to be honest with you. But I'm much more of a hockey fan, to be brutally honest with you. So, like, I've seen the best player I've ever seen live, hockey wise, Connor McDavid. And I've seen Gretzky, I've seen Messier, I've seen Curry, I've seen Lemieux, and they're all great. Obviously, Gretzky has set records that most outside of the goal scoring record may never be broken again. I mean, to show you how much Gretzky scored, if you took away all his goals, so it acted like he never scored a goal in his career, he'd still be the league's all-time leading scorer. But there's something about Connor McDavid where it's pretty much just him and Draisaitl. Like Gretzky had so many great players to play with, but Draisaitl is the only good player that McDavid has, and he's like watching a video game, man. Um, you're a legend, bro. I don't know if I'm a legend, but I'm trying. I'm a comic of the people. Earl Skakel over now.